Hey there, Ari Whitten here, and welcome back. We're now on our final training video, and I have something very special in store for you today. I'm going to show you the true causes of fatigue, and I'm going to unveil the exact 6 steps of the Energy Blueprint system for overcoming fatigue and supercharging your brain and body. At this point, we've already done about 3 hours of training, and I've given you some great stuff. In video 1, we covered why your circadian rhythm is one of the big keys to having more energy, and I gave you 6 powerful strategies to optimize it for deeper sleep and more energy. If you're already implementing those strategies since that video, you've probably already seen a very significant improvement in your energy levels, your sleep, your mood, and your brain performance, even in just the last few days since that video came out. In video 2, we covered why your mitochondria are probably the most important thing for overcoming fatigue and a secret key to building up those mitochondria, hormesis. I also gave you a powerful hormesis practice to do each morning so you can literally build a bigger, stronger cellular engine that pumps out energy all day long. Now, just these strategies we've covered so far are enough to get big improvements in your energy levels for many, many people. But really, this is just scratching the surface. What if I told you that what I've shown you so far in these last 3 videos is only about 10% of the entire Energy Blueprint system? This is the 6-step Energy Blueprint formula. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these 6 steps are and what you need to do to beat fatigue and get your energy back. My goal is to walk you through what's really causing your fatigue so you understand these 6 factors and how to fix your energy issues once and for all. The fastest and most effective way to achieve a high energy body is to use my 6-step Energy Blueprint system. And I'm going to show you exactly what those 6 steps are in just a moment. Before we get there, I want to mention something really important. As I've already shown you in the first video, there's a huge amount of misinformation and pseudoscience out there on the topic of fatigue and energy enhancement. To refresh your memory, here's a little recap of what's out there. Energy pills and energy drinks, so-called energy drinks, and stimulant-based solutions, which give you a quick boost of fake energy for a few hours, but over time actually make your energy levels worse. The second main thing that's out there is the conventional doctors, who have, as I've shown you, 4 basic treatment options at their disposal. Antidepressants, a recommendation to do basic aerobic exercise, 30 minutes of walking and stretching each day, CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy, and stimulants as needed. And they have blood tests which have a 95% probability, according to actual studies, of not finding anything useful to help you do anything to fix your fatigue. And 3, we have the alternative and holistic and functional medicine doctors, the vast majority of whom are still operating in an outdated model of thinking, believing that fatigue comes from worn out adrenal glands and cortisol issues, which, as you now know, is simply not supported by the evidence. So if you've seen doctors to try to improve your energy levels, or done other programs out there, or if you've used supplements to try to fix your adrenals, and these things haven't helped you much, now you know why. It's not your fault. It's simply that most of what health practitioners and doctors have to offer for people with fatigue just isn't very effective. So if those past experiences have caused you to believe that you just can't succeed in overcoming fatigue and getting your energy back, I want you to put those fears to rest right now. You can do this. You can get your energy back. I've already helped thousands and thousands of people overcome fatigue and dramatically increase their energy levels. I've been at this for many, many years now. And I'm proud to say that my books, podcasts, and the Energy Blueprint program itself have accumulated over 900 reviews from people all over the world, almost all of which are 5 stars, by the way. Now, let me give you a quick glimpse into some of those results that people have shared with me using the Energy Blueprint system so that you can see for yourself. Here's a recent email I got from Lisi Parsons. Hi, Ari. I hope all is well in your life. Things are great with me. I'm still following all the advice in the Energy Blueprint, and I feel stronger and healthier every day. My hair has gotten crazy thick and long. You may remember it was falling out before. And most importantly, I have so much crazy energy, love that it's hard to contain myself. I know I've thanked you before, but seriously, I could have never attained all of this without your help. So thank you again. Here's another one from Beth Barbaglia. By the time I started the Energy Blueprint program in July 2014, I was in rough shape, even after 7 months of hormone treatments and supplements to try to stabilize my system. I was still barely making it through the day. I had chronic fatigue syndrome, adrenal burnout, metabolic dysfunction, hypothyroidism, bankrupted hormone levels, you name it, I was diagnosed with it. I quite literally had less estrogen than a man. My hormone panel was that of a 75-year-old woman, but I was only 26. That's not an exaggeration. I could barely wake up most days, I couldn't think straight to save my life, and exercise wiped me out. Even just a walk around the block would leave me exhausted for days. My hands and feet were always freezing. I hadn't had a period in 2 years. My skin was cold to the touch and my face looked like Dracula. The Energy Blueprint system helped me make a complete comeback. And people who meet me now don't believe me when I say that less than a year ago, I looked like death, felt like garbage, and was cranky as hell. I went from what I call, I love this, elephant dart face, which is her name for extreme fatigue, like I've been shot with an elephant tranquilizer, to dominating the athletic fields in under a year, which is mind-blowing. I spent a good 10 years damaging my body. I would have never thought I could heal so fast. I'm now 5 for 5 on periods in the new year, and I never thought I'd be fist pumping about that. But I've never had a normal cycle on my own, ever, until now. I have unreal amounts of energy. Now I can think clearly again, and nobody believes my age when I tell them. That's always a good sign that your youth hormones are back. As I've told Ari, I want to squeeze his face in such a good way for what this program has done for me. If you're tired of looking for a solution and your symptoms feel unbeatable, take a chance on this. It may just be the best choice you've ever made. So yes, you can overcome fatigue. You can get your energy back and you can supercharge your brain and body and build a body bursting with energy. The key is just that you need the science and you need the right system to do it. For me, this is personal. I went through this myself. I was that guy stuck on the couch without enough energy to even get the mail or go up the stairs without being fatigued from it. I have lived this, I promise you, I understand. That's what actually sparked my obsession with the science of overcoming fatigue and increasing human energy levels so many years ago, is I went through this myself. I went through chronic fatigue. That's why I started all of this. It's why I dedicated my life to building out the world's top resource for the science of energy enhancement, the Energy Blueprint, to help people overcome fatigue and get their energy back. When I first started all this, I literally spent 3 entire years doing basically nothing except developing this system, doing full-time research and experimentation with hundreds of clients to develop the first basic outline of the initial Energy Blueprint system. That was several years ago. Since then, for the last 6 years, I brought on some of the most renowned health experts and doctors in the world to help make the system even better. And during that time, over 10,000 people have gone through the full 60-day Energy Blueprint program and have helped our team refine the Energy Blueprint system and make it even better. I want to tell you the secret of why energy really matters. The truth is, energy by itself isn't all that meaningful. By itself, it doesn't really matter if the world is filled with a bunch of people bouncing up and down all the time with boundless energy like hyper little kids, or if the world is filled with people who are dragging themselves through each day, fatigued and exhausted. My mission with the Energy Blueprint is not just to create energy for the sake of energy. It's about something much deeper and more important. Few people are really aware of this, but energy is the foundation of your ability to do what you're here to do. What do I mean by that? Well, let me ask you, what do you love to do in life? What are you passionate about? What do you want to achieve in your life? What's your purpose or your mission? Who are you here to love and to serve? Now, of course, I don't know the specifics of your exact vision for what you want in life. And if your energy has been so low for so long that you've forgotten it, you've forgotten your vision for your life, that's okay too. Because here's what I do know. You're here to bring joy and happiness to the lives of others. You're here to live life to the fullest. You're here to love. You're here to become the best version of yourself. You're here to laugh and make others laugh. You're here to give your unique gifts to the world. You're here to savor all of the beauty and magical moments of life during the time that you have. You're here to make the world just a little bit better so that when it's time for your life to come to an end, you can move on with a smile, knowing that the world is just a little bit better off because of what you did when you were alive. And if you care about all of that, then know this: chronic lack of energy will suck the life out of all of those things. It's a dream killer and a life killer. And that's the secret behind the work that I do, that I don't talk about on the surface. I talk about overcoming fatigue and maximizing your physical energy levels. But what I really do and what I really care about is not just energy for the sake of energy. My mission is about helping you overcome fatigue and build a high energy body so you can become the person that you're meant to be, to do the work that you were put on this planet to do, and to live, I mean truly live, the life you're capable of. That's the work that I really do. That's the secret of what energy is really about. The Energy Blueprint gives you back your energy so you can get your life back. And then once you've overcome fatigue and gotten back to normal energy levels, we don't stop there, just when you feel a little bit better than what you used to feel. My ultimate goal is to show you how to build a body and brain that are absolutely bursting with energy and vitality all day, every day. Not just to do amazing work in your career like those high achievers we talked about in earlier videos, but also, more importantly, to fuel your happiness in life, to be active, be adventurous, to take joy in your life, to have the physical vitality to get on the floor and dance your heart out, to live to be 80 years old and still have the energy to play with your grandkids, to still have sex drive and passion in your relationships, to have the energy to travel and experience the simple joys in life that are the best joys in life. Truly, all of this depends on your energy level. This is why I've devoted the last 22 years of my life to studying and teaching health, and the last 6 years to obsessively developing the world's most powerful science-based program for energy enhancement. And I am so grateful and excited to share it with you. So let's talk about the real causes of fatigue. What did I find after all these years of obsessively building out the new science of how to overcome fatigue and increase your energy levels? Well, I found a whole lot of stuff. I discovered that literally dozens of systems in the body and dozens of different lifestyle factors can potentially cause fatigue. To give you a little glimpse into that, all of these different things are potentially going on in fatigue. Things like the endocannabinoid system, which we already talked about in video 1 and video 3, which is a key regulator of our body's stress response system. We talked about neurotransmitters in the brain briefly, but many, many different neurotransmitters, things like orexin and GABA and dopamine and serotonin, all have a huge impact on our energy levels and our mood. Then there's things like circadian rhythm, which we talked about in video 1, which has a massive impact on our energy levels. Metabolism regulating hormones, things like thyroid hormone and leptin. Limbic system function, which is a key regulator of our brain's stress response. Cardiovascular health, blood flow and oxygen delivery to the tissues, liver detoxification, autonomic nervous system balance, and vagal nerve tone. Gut health, mitochondrial function, stress hormones, insulin sensitivity, autophagy and cellular regeneration, mitochondrial size and mitochondrial biogenesis, and oxidative stress or oxidative damage. These are the key players that can affect our energy levels, the key types of physiological and cellular dysfunction. There are also dozens of factors in our lifestyle and environment that affect our energy levels. Stimulants and caffeine, hormesis, circadian rhythm, nutrition, sleep, infections, ACEs or adverse childhood events, water, sunlight, other medical conditions and diseases, things like thyroid conditions or heart disease or liver disease or diabetes and other types of metabolic dysfunction, our social life and our relationships, chronic psychological and emotional stress, alcohol, smoking, prescription and over-the-counter drugs, toxin exposure. There's a lot of layers to these stories, and we could potentially devote hours to going in depth on each of these different topics. So right now, you probably feel totally confused with all these different factors, these different physiological mechanisms and lifestyle factors that I just went over. It's total information overload, right? So let me simplify all of this for you. There are two basic foundational causes of fatigue. You can think of it like this: total body stress load, which are a lot of these different things we just covered. This is just a brief version of those factors. Total body stress load, and then the body's resilience systems. And ultimately, that determines your energy levels. So if you have too high of a total body stress load, or if you have a weakened resilience system of your body and capacity to deal with and adapt to all of these stressors, that leads to fatigue. Any combination of those two things. Let me simplify this even more. What I ultimately discovered is that there is one big secret to what's really causing fatigue and how to fix it. If you want to know the big secret to fatigue, it's all about this. It's about your mitochondria. The primary cause of fatigue is the shutdown of your mitochondria, your cellular energy generators. That is why most scientists in this field of fatigue research have now largely shifted their attention towards the mitochondria. So here's the big secret. Mitochondria are not just energy generators. They have another vital role that's been basically a giant secret until very recently, until just the last few years. Mitochondria are also involved in cellular defense. They're not just these sort of mindless energy generators, they're also key regulators of our body's defense against various kinds of stressors. And this is the key you need to understand of why this simple fact is so important. The more you ask the mitochondria to engage in cellular defense, the more you will shut down their ability to produce energy. And a team of scientists led by the brilliant Dr. Robert Naviaux has discovered why mitochondria get switched off. This is some of the most important research, I believe, in the last century of medical research. And they call it the cell danger response. And this is the seminal paper back from 2014, Metabolic Features of the Cell Danger Response. Here's the lead researcher, Dr. Naviaux, explaining this concept. Quote, "The cell danger response is the evolutionarily conserved metabolic response that protects cells and hosts from harm. It is triggered by encounters with chemical, physical, or biological threats, stressors, that exceed the cellular capacity for homeostasis, that exceed your body's capacity to adapt and handle those stressors. It turns out that when mitochondria detect danger to the cell, they shift first into a kind of stress mode, then fight mode. And here's the key, that takes most of the energy-producing metabolic functions of mitochondria offline." So let this sink in, because this is the big key. If you have chronic lack of energy, that simply means that your mitochondria have shifted away from energy mode towards defense mode. Think of it like this. Over here, we have this buff muscular mitochondria that's flexing, and he's pumping out all this ATP. This is adenosine triphosphate, that's cellular energy. So he's pumping out all this ATP. This is a mitochondria in peacetime metabolism or in energy mode. The more that this guy detects threats, the more it gets shifted into defense mode, where the mitochondria shuts down energy production, or mostly shuts it down. You see only just a couple ATPs over here. So very little energy production over here. Now the task of the mitochondria is to defend the cell and the body, you as a whole organism, against threats, against any dangers that might be present. And the more that your mitochondria are being switched into defense mode, the more that you have the symptom of fatigue. This is the fundamental cause of fatigue issues. Your energy levels are simply a reflection of the degree that your mitochondria are mostly switched on or switched off. If you have energy problems, basically this just means that your mitochondria are being forced to operate in defense mode too much. If you have great energy, it's because you're allowing your mitochondria to operate in energy mode. If all of this seems abstract to you and seems just kind of weird and out there, let me ground this in your own personal experience so that you get this, because you've actually experienced this yourself. Just think for a moment about the last time you got really sick with a cold or a flu or some other infection. Remember how your body felt fatigued a lot of the time and how you needed more sleep and you just sort of wanted to curl up in bed or on the couch? This is what happens when the body engages the cell danger response. Fatigue is the symptom of the body engaging the cell danger response to protect you and switching your mitochondria out of energy mode. So why does the body do this? So think of it like hibernation. Why do animals like bears hibernate during the winter? It's because it helps them survive in a harsh environment. In the same way, fatigue, engaging this low energy state of the body, is a protective mechanism that the body is designed to engage when it's detecting that it is in a harsh environment. Think of it like this. Imagine that someone threw poisonous gas outside your house. It would obviously be a terrible mistake to say, oh, no big deal, let's just resume function as normal, keep the windows open, let the fresh air in, and maybe later we can go for a walk outside. If you kept functioning normally, you would quickly die. If you want to survive, your immediate reaction is to shut all the doors, close all the windows, and sit around inside your house until the gas clears up. That is exactly what your cells are doing. When they perceive the environment around those cells in your bloodstream, around your body, they're perceiving that environment as unsafe, so they're locking themselves in and shutting down their normal mode. They're shutting down energy mode. Again, it's important to understand this is a spectrum, so you can be anywhere along this spectrum. Mitochondria in energy mode, that's the same as saying you have a high energy body. You are a really, really energetic person. On the other hand, the more you go down this spectrum, all that means is the more that your mitochondria are being shifted towards cell defense mode and energy production is being turned down. So how does all of this relate to the energy blueprint? When you understand that your energy levels are basically just a reflection of the extent to which you're shifted more into energy mode or defense mode, it now becomes completely clear what must be done to fix your energy. You have to get your mitochondria out of chronic defense mode and switch them back into energy mode. So how do you do that? Well, going back to these two basic causes of fatigue that I showed you before, this very basic template shows you what needs to be done. Two things. You need to eliminate or minimize all of these sources of stress or dangers that the mitochondria are picking up as threats that are switching them off. And we want to build up the body's resilience systems, which, remember, largely revolves around the mitochondria. We need to build up the body's resilience system so it can be strong enough to handle the stressors of life while maintaining health, homeostasis, balance, and high energy levels, maintaining those mitochondria in energy mode. That is how you unravel the dysfunctional physiology that causes fatigue and how you switch your body, brain, and mitochondria back into energy mode. And that is exactly what the 6 steps of the Energy Blueprint system are designed to do. These 6 steps are the blueprint to switching your body's energy generating systems back on. And that's why I organized my Energy Blueprint program around these 6 steps. So what I'd like to do now is share with you exactly what these 6 steps are, and then I want to invite you to join me for the next 60 days where I'll take you step by step through this system and walk you through how to implement these 6 steps in your life to switch your mitochondria back into energy mode and build a high energy body. If you do these 6 steps, it's virtually a guarantee that you will transform your energy levels. And maybe your goal is to overcome chronic debilitating fatigue and get your energy back, get back to normal, how you used to be. Or maybe you're already fairly energetic and healthy, but you're looking to supercharge your brain and body and take your energy to new heights. Either way, these are the 6 steps. So what is the Energy Blueprint? It is an 8-week in-depth training designed to switch your body back into high energy mode. In this program, I literally break down the most cutting-edge scientific system for energy enhancement ever developed, and I walk you through how to install it in your life step by step. Right now, I want to give you the hype-free overview of the Energy Blueprint. You've watched these first 3 masterclass trainings. I've already shown you over a dozen cutting-edge strategies that you likely have already noticed have started to improve your energy, sleep, mood, and brain function in just the last few days that you've been implementing them. So you know what I'm saying can help you. What I want to do now is I just want to go over exactly what's in the Energy Blueprint and how it can help you. If it's right for you, then I want you to get it. And if it's not right for you, I don't want you to get it. I'm going to do this without fanfare, without hype. Here's what it is. Step 1 of the Energy Blueprint system: circadian rhythm and sleep optimization and eliminating the triggers of the CDR, the cell danger response. Those are the triggers of what's shutting down your mitochondria. So this is the foundation. This is what we're after in step 1 of the program. We're laying the foundation for success, for building a high energy body. So remember, the circadian rhythm is incredibly important to your health, your longevity, and your energy levels. It affects things like arousal and alertness, energy regulating hormones, metabolism regulating hormones, sleep and rejuvenation, appetite regulating hormones, stress and youth hormones, neurotransmitters that affect your energy levels and your mood. And remember, there is a mountain of scientific research showing that your circadian rhythm is not just a key factor in your energy levels or even just your sleep, but that it's a huge factor in your overall health, longevity, and resistance to dozens of different diseases. Remember that sleep and energy levels are 2 sides of the same coin, and they're linked via the circadian rhythm. So you're either in a situation where you're sleeping deeply and restfully, and you're energetic during the day, or you're in the opposite scenario, a downward cycle of worse and worse sleep and worse energy during the day. And remember, in Masterclass Video 1, we talked about 9 different mechanisms that a disrupted circadian rhythm is proven to lead to poor brain function and fatigue. Circadian rhythm is a huge factor in your overall energy levels. So this is what Module 1 of the Energy Blueprint, what Step 1 of the 6 steps of the Energy Blueprint system is all about. It's all about circadian rhythm optimization. In this module, we're going to go way beyond the 6 strategies that I gave you in Video 1. You're going to get 15 secrets of optimizing your circadian rhythm and another 12 powerful strategies to allow your body to repair and recharge your mitochondria each night while you sleep. This is powerful stuff that goes way beyond the same old get 8 hours of sleep stuff that you've heard a million times before. This is advanced science around optimizing circadian biology through specific timing of light exposure, meal timing, nutrient timing, and movement timing, and several other factors. These strategies alone typically massively improve people's energy levels, and for people with sleep issues and severe circadian rhythm disruption, I've frequently seen these strategies even double people's energy levels within 2 weeks. Step 1, part 2 is we're going to eliminate the key triggers of the cell danger response. We're going to go through and systematically get rid of a lot of the low-hanging fruit in your lifestyle and in your environment of factors that are triggering your mitochondria into defense mode without you even being aware of it. So I'm going to take you through a systematic protocol to eliminate those factors. That is the first step in reactivating the mitochondria. As long as your mitochondria are still being forced to defend against threats, they cannot switch back into energy mode. So you have to identify and eliminate the things that are triggering defense mode in your life and get rid of them. Next, we have step 2, to repair and recharge your brain. So step 2 of the Energy Blueprint system is all about rewiring your brain out of stress mode and shifting your brain and your nervous system back into energy mode. Remember in Masterclass 3, we talked about the links between lots of different brain symptoms. Things like anxiety, depression, brain fatigue, brain fog, and psychological conditions are all extremely common in people with chronic fatigue. We also know that depression and anxiety often go together about 75% of the time. And if you have depression, you're much more likely to have neurological or neurodegenerative conditions later on. And we know that over 60% of people with chronic fatigue syndrome are at risk for psychiatric disorders. So there's this huge connection between low energy levels and brain symptoms, brain dysfunction. And we know all of these different symptoms are connected. As we talked about in Masterclass Video 3, the brain is a critical factor in regulating our energy levels. When our brain gets wired into stress mode, it's a major contributor to not only fatigue, but also brain symptoms like the ones we mentioned, anxiety, depression, brain fog, and the others. Also, it's worth noting that various treatments that are out there for people with chronic fatigue syndrome have actually emerged specifically around just this piece of the puzzle, just around the brain-related factor. So Ashok Gupta's amygdala retraining and the lightning process, and there are several other programs that are built around similar themes that are designed to correct the negative thought patterns and psychological and neurological stress that are going on in the brain. But even just basic mindfulness-based therapies have actually shown to have profound benefits in people with chronic fatigue, and there's a number of studies that have shown that. In this module, we'll go way beyond just the basic meditation or mindfulness-based exercises or negative thought pattern interruption exercises, and we'll go deep into advanced neuroscience-based strategies to rewire your brain. For this module, I brought in world-renowned neuroscience expert Mark Waldman and mind, body, and fatigue expert Nikki Gratrix. Mark Waldman is a neuroscience expert and author of over 12 best-selling books. Nikki Gratrix is a world-renowned energy and fatigue expert with expertise in releasing psychological wounds and traumas and psychological stress and rewiring the brain out of fatigue. In this module, we'll go way beyond what we talked about in video 3, and you'll get powerful new tools to combat things like psychological and emotional stress, to heal old traumas, to eliminate depression and anxiety, to heal and replenish the endocannabinoid system, to heal limbic system dysfunction, and much, much more. In this module, you're going to learn the most powerful neuroscience-backed ways to rewire your body out of stress mode and back into high energy mode, to rid yourself of anxiety, depression, and brain fog, to eliminate mental and physical stress. You're going to learn a powerful strategy to cut the negativity out of your life and reprogram your brain out of self-critical perfectionism and negativity. You're going to learn specific step-by-step protocols and recharge rituals that dramatically boost your energy levels. You're going to rebalance your nervous system and your vagal tone and your endocannabinoid system, and you're going to reprogram your brain for maximal happiness, maximal joy, and maximal energy. Step 3 of the Energy Blueprint system is the Energy Blueprint diet and mitochondrial regeneration. This is all about the nutrition aspect of maximizing your energy levels. After you've eliminated the triggers of defense mode or of the cell danger response, you've optimized your circadian rhythm and your sleep, which was step 1, and you've switched your brain out of stress mode back into energy mode, which was step 2. Now you need to start using nutrition to optimize your energy levels and to repair and recharge your mitochondria. For this module, I brought in renowned nutrition expert Alex Leaf, who's a respected teacher at the University of the Western States and well-known nutrition researcher. In this module, you're going to learn how to use nutrition to optimize your circadian rhythm and have better sleep and more energy. How to use nutrition to optimize your blood sugar levels, which is a key factor in regulating our energy levels. Number 3, specific nutrition strategies to optimize key neurotransmitters involved in mood, energy, and brain function. Number 4, how to use nutrition to lose fat without any crazy restrictive diets. The science of optimizing your meals for post-meal energy levels. In other words, the difference between feeling sleepy and tired after eating versus feeling energized. Number 6, how to customize your carbohydrate, fat, and protein ratios to your unique personal needs to maximize your energy levels. Number 7, how to recharge and regenerate your mitochondria using advanced nutrition strategies. And number 8, nutrition strategies to eliminate oxidative damage and inflammation, which are key drivers of fatigue and low energy levels. In Module 3, we're going to take you through the Energy Blueprint diet and advanced nutrition strategies to supercharge the human body's built-in energy generating systems. This is not the same old tired diet tips you've heard a million times before, like eat your vegetables, drink more water, eat balanced meals, avoid coffee, eat 5 to 6 smaller meals per day rather than 2 to 3 meals, etc., etc. This is advanced, this is cutting-edge nutrition science that you can apply to radically improve your mitochondrial function and dramatically boost your energy levels and maintain it for life. Step 4 of the Energy Blueprint system is heal and seal the gut. Many studies have now proven that gut permeability, or leaky gut, is common in people with chronic fatigue. We know that there is a very clear link between dysbiosis, which is an imbalance of good and bad bacteria in the gut, the microbiome, as well as gut permeability that are very clearly linked to low energy levels. We talked about some of the mechanisms for why that is. We talked about the gut-brain axis and how the brain influences and regulates the gut and the microbiome and gut health. We talked also, importantly, about how the gut influences the brain, how it impacts neurotransmitter levels, how it impacts inflammation, how it impacts mitochondrial function and immune function and vagal tone, and so many other things. We also know this sequence of the gut-brain sequence of how increased gut permeability and dysbiosis lead to increased toxins in the blood, lead to immune activation, overactivation, mitochondrial dysfunction, ultimately cellular damage, toxin accumulation in the brain, poor vagal tone, neurotransmitter imbalances, and ultimately the symptoms of things like fatigue, brain fog, anxiety, depression, and so on. So for the gut healing module, to continue bringing the best world leaders, I've brought in my good friend and brilliant gut health expert, Dr. Guillermo Ruiz. Healing and sealing the gut is a critical piece of the puzzle to get your energy back. In this module, Dr. Ruiz and I show you evidence-based strategies to dramatically improve your gut health, exactly how to correct dysbiosis and heal leaky gut. We'll also show you over a dozen strategies scientifically proven to rebuild the protective lining of your gut, and he'll give you his exact step-by-step protocol to heal and seal your gut. This is yet another extraordinarily powerful strategy to not only dramatically increase your energy, but also to protect yourself from numerous chronic diseases and symptoms that are linked with leaky gut and the problem of endotoxins leaking into your bloodstream, which is linked with neurodegenerative diseases, heart disease, diabetes, and many, many other chronic diseases. That alone makes this course invaluable. Step 5 of the Energy Blueprint system is science-based detox. For this module, I brought in leading functional medicine expert and detoxification expert, Dr. Brian Walsh. So here's the reality. There's a lot of pseudoscience in this whole area of toxins and detoxification, and a lot of claims and a lot of hype without much discussion of the evidence. I want to change that, and so does Dr. Brian Walsh. Now, when you actually go and look at the science, you'll be shocked to discover that there is actually a mountain of research showing specifically the types of toxins that actually build up in our bodies and how many of them are known mitochondrial toxicants. Now, this is a very, very big deal, and it's absolutely 100% research-based that numerous different types of toxins, or I'm going to use toxins from now on, just so you know, have been scientifically linked to fatigue and mitochondrial shutdown and damage. In fact, there's almost no more direct way of switching your mitochondria out of energy mode and into defense mode than toxic overwhelm. Unfortunately, our modern world is full of toxins. In our food, our air, our homes, our water, heavy metals like mercury and lead, volatile organic compounds in our homes and offices, BPA and phthalates from plastics, pesticide and herbicide residues, fluoride and chlorine disinfection byproducts in the water supply, alcohol, and well over 50% of prescription and many over-the-counter drugs are known mitochondrial toxins. This isn't just my opinion. There is a mountain of research showing specifically, BPA and mitochondrial function, fluoride and mitochondrial dysfunction, phthalates, mitochondrial toxicity, alcohol and mitochondria dysfunctional relationship, mercury toxicity and neurodegenerative effects, glyphosate and metabolic dysfunction and mitochondrial dysfunction, synthetic food colors on mitochondrial function, ibuprofen, a common over-the-counter drug, and liver mitochondrial permeability, dysfunction. That's only a portion of what's really going on. We could spend 10 hours just listing the toxins pumped into our air from factories around the world and then carried to your front door through the air and through raindrops. In the big picture, what we're really dealing with is a chronic burden of small exposures to literally thousands of different metals and various kinds of chemicals on a daily basis. And if we don't regularly stimulate our detoxification pathways of our body, these toxins build up in our bodies and cause damage to our liver and mitochondrial health, which translates to lack of energy. Detoxing is an area where there's a ton of pseudoscience and misinformation. But what if I told you you could have a truly evidence-based guide to what actually works for detoxing and how to actually do it in order to remove various toxins from your body in the safest, most effective, and most science-based way possible? And what if it was simple? That is exactly what we are delivering in Module 5. In this module, Dr. Walsh breaks down the science and gives you a step-by-step guide on exactly how to do powerful science-based detoxification. This will get the toxins out of your cells so your mitochondria can switch back into energy mode, and you, most importantly, start feeling more energy. Step 6, the final step of the energy blueprint system, is building the cellular engine, and this is all about hormesis. This is actually my favorite one. This is my favorite topic. It's the one I enjoy talking about the most, and the one that I believe is actually the biggest key to all of this. It is probably the biggest health secret out there. I believe this is an absolutely huge factor that pretty much 99.9% of doctors and health gurus out there are simply not talking about and are not addressing. They're focused on uncovering sources of nutrient deficiencies and telling people to rest and lower their stress levels, avoid stress, get more sleep, take a bunch of supplements to fix their adrenals, and so on. But very few people, virtually none of them, are addressing the elephant in the room, which is our epidemic of mitochondrial atrophy. You can take all the supplements you want, rest all you want, lower your stress levels, detox all you want, eat the best diet in the world, but if you don't take steps to build your mitochondria, to build your cellular engine through hormesis, I believe you're still destined to be fatigued. Why do I say that? Well, remember, what I showed you in video 2 is that over time, if you don't have hormesis in your life, this is what happens to your mitochondria as you age, from age 20, to age 40, to age 70. Your mitochondrial capacity, and there's research to show this, your mitochondrial capacity literally gets cut in half. Not only are you losing your mitochondria, but the mitochondria that are present still become damaged, dysfunctional, fragile, and more likely to be in defense mode, where they're mostly not producing a whole lot of energy. This is what happens to people when they don't engage in hormesis. In other words, people who don't regularly engage in hormesis, which is pretty much 90% of the modern world, are basically guaranteed to lose nearly 75% of their potential to produce energy at the cellular level between the ages of 20 to 70. So if you don't regularly practice multiple forms of hormesis, even if you eat a great diet, even if you avoid stress, even if you take lots of supplements, you are still operating with small, weak, fragile, damaged, and dysfunctional mitochondria that simply don't have the capacity to produce a lot of energy. And remember, mitochondria are not just energy generators, they're also danger sensors and resilience controllers. So remember this resilience threshold concept. Here, the smaller and weaker your mitochondria are, and the more damaged and fragile and dysfunctional they become, the lower your body's capacity to adapt and maintain balance in the face of stressors, the lower your resilience threshold, and the easier it is for the stressors of the modern world to overwhelm your body's resilience threshold. And at that point, that's when you start to get symptoms. That's when you start to get fatigue. The bigger your capacity to adapt, the higher your resilience threshold, and the more that your body can maintain homeostasis and balance and health and high energy levels in the face of the stressors of the modern world. This is what happens when you have small, weak mitochondria. You get mitochondria that get triggered into defense mode, where they're throwing off lots of free radicals, producing very little energy, and then it manifests as the symptoms that you feel: fatigue, various kinds of chronic diseases, brain symptoms, anxiety, depression, brain fog, and accelerated aging. Over here, under the same stress load, these mitochondria are able to handle this stress load with ease while maintaining high energy levels, being in energy mode instead of defense mode. They're producing lots of energy, very little free radicals, and this is a body that maintains health, high energy levels, resilience, resistance to disease, and longevity. The key difference between these two factors is the health and the strength and the size of your mitochondria. If you do not regularly practice multiple forms of hormesis in your life, it's basically a guarantee that you will be fatigued if you're not already. So in this module, Module 6, you'll get an array of super powerful strategies that you've never heard before to massively enhance your cellular energy production, to build your cellular engine, your mitochondria, so that you can double your mitochondrial capacity, potentially add over 15 years to your life, dramatically boost your energy levels, protect yourself from countless diseases that are associated with mitochondrial dysfunction, increase your physical performance, improve your emotional state and mood and brain function, and massively enhance your overall vitality and quality of life. These are the 6 steps of the Energy Blueprint system. These are the 6 steps you need to do to get your energy back. Now, there's nothing else like this on the entire market. You can certainly find programs out there with maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 of these different steps, but there's nothing else on the market that is anywhere close to this comprehensive. Nothing even comes close. And the Energy Blueprint doesn't just go beyond every other product and system out there for energy enhancement. It's a huge quantum leap above everything else out on the market. Here's what you get with the Energy Blueprint. Everything I just went over, the full 60-day Energy Blueprint program with all 6 modules that we just covered, the total value of all of this is over $4,000. Now, every other product on the subject of energy levels covers less than 5 to 10% of the strategies that you're going to get in this program. There's simply no comparison. This is the first and only complete scientific solution to energy enhancement. You're getting the exact system that has already transformed thousands of lives. But let me make this decision a complete no-brainer for you. Let me make it the easiest decision you've ever made. On top of all the incredible content in this program, you're protected by an amazing guarantee. You have an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. That's half the length of the entire program. You have 30 days to get access to the program, see the quality of the content for yourself, use the program, and implement the strategies in your life. Test it out and make sure that it actually works for you. And if you aren't clearly on your way to transforming your energy levels, if you don't sleep better than you have in a decade and radically improve your mood, and if you're not absolutely blown away by all the secrets in this program, and you don't have friends and family begging to know why you look so good and how you're so filled with energy, then you're entitled to a full refund. That is how strongly I believe in what I've devoted my life to creating and what it will mean to you. If you use the program and don't get massive results in your energy and in your life, just let me know and I'll give you a full refund. That is my commitment to your results. This is how committed I am to making sure that you feel 100% safe and risk-free in starting the Energy Blueprint. So let me summarize and just show you that you have absolutely zero risk here. If your energy levels, your sleep, your brain function, and your life aren't massively improved from this program, you get your money back. You either get life-transforming results or you pay nothing. Those are the only 2 potential outcomes. Now, if all this amazing content and the can't lose guarantee aren't enough for you, I've also created an added bonus. Bonus number 1, light and the human energy systems. What if the missing key to achieving your anti-aging, health, and energy goals was light? Now, if you think it's all just hype or you have a hard time believing that light could possibly affect your cells, think again. Believe it or not, there are over 5,000 studies, peer-reviewed scientific studies, showing incredible health and anti-aging benefits of red light therapy and near-infrared light therapy, proving that they can help you do things like fight skin aging and look 10 years younger, lose fat nearly twice as fast as with diet and exercise alone, rid your body of chronic inflammation, fight the oxidative damage that drives aging, increase strength, endurance, and muscle mass, decrease pain, combat hair loss, build resilience to stress at the cellular level, speed up wound healing and injury healing, combat some autoimmune conditions and improve hormonal health, optimize your brain function and mood, overcome fatigue, and improve energy levels. In this bonus, I'll give you my secrets of exactly how to use red and near-infrared light for everything from fat loss to brain enhancement to increasing energy levels. I'll also go in depth on the 5 bioactive types of light, the 5 types of light that are active in human cells, and how to use light to optimize your neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and orexin. This is mind-blowing stuff that very, very few people have any idea about. As a little bonus, to the bonus, I'll also give you my recent book, The Ultimate Guide to Red Light Therapy, which, by the way, has over 350 5-star reviews on Amazon, and I'll give it to you for free. You'll get that book plus all of my latest updates since I wrote that book, not just for red and near-infrared light, but how to use all types of light to supercharge your brain and body. The value of this bonus is $200, which brings our total value for the entire Energy Blueprint system and the bonus up to $4,200. But there's another bonus, the Energy Blueprint Cookbook, which happens to be designed by my beautiful wife, professional chef Marcela Yodra. The value of this bonus is $100, bringing our total value up to $4,300. But there's actually another bonus. Bonus number 3 is the top 30 science-proven supplements for energy enhancement. Get ready, because this is a guide to supplements that actually work. I've been reading and studying the science around nutritional supplements for over 20 years, but I also called in our friend, Alex Leaf, who is a researcher for the world's top nutritional supplement resource, Examine.com. Alex and I worked on this to develop the best guide in existence to supplements for energy enhancement. I'm going to cut through all of the pseudoscientific baloney around all of the thousands of junk supplements, stimulants, and fat burners and energy pills that are out there wasting your time and money, and perhaps even making your energy worse in the long run. And it's going to show you the top 30 supplements that are actually worth the money and that are scientifically proven to improve your energy levels in a lasting way, which builds up over time. We're talking about building real energy, building up your body's cellular engine. This guide in itself is literally worth thousands of dollars because that's how much money it can potentially save you from spending on junk and worthless supplements, and even supplements that might be counterproductive. The value of this bonus, $200, so the total value is now $4,500. I even have another bonus for you, bonus number 4, which is how to heal your immune function and overcome chronic infections with chronic fatigue syndrome specialist, Dr. Evan Hirsch. Dr. Hirsch is one of the leading MDs in the world for dealing with chronic fatigue syndrome, and he's a specialist in treating chronic infections, which are common issues in people with very severe debilitating fatigue or chronic fatigue syndrome. In this video, Dr. Hirsch breaks down the complex science and gives you a step-by-step guide on how to overcome the various chronic infections that may be a source contributing to your energy struggles. He also shows you breakthrough new science on how to keep your immune system ultra strong for the rest of your life to prevent infections from ever compromising your energy again. The value is $100, which brings the total value of the full 60-day energy blueprint program and these 4 bonuses up to $4,600. But we're still not done here. Bonus number 5, which is my pride and joy, the mitochondrial biogenesis protocol, which is valued at $1,300. This is a specific protocol that took me years and thousands of hours of research and experimentation to develop. It's a specific set of synergistic strategies that will massively increase the amount of mitochondria, the energy generators, in your cells. I usually cover this information over the course of about 2 consultations with one-on-one clients, which normally costs over $1,300. This brings the total value of the full 60-day program and all the bonuses up to $5,900. But there's even more. I'm also going to give you a coaching and support bonus, which is valued at $1,500. In addition to everything we've talked about so far, I want to give you access to my team of Energy Blueprint coaches who I've handpicked and personally trained, and they are accessible to you through our online private members community. They're there to answer your questions and coach you to success every step of the way. Now, this is a private coaching and peer support group only available to people who buy the Energy Blueprint program, where you'll get support from our vibrant and loving online community of over 2,500 active members of the program who have already gone through it. Getting access to my team of coaches to actually answer your questions and coach you is literally worth thousands. The total value of everything we've gone over so far, the full 60-day Energy Blueprint program, all 6 modules, and the 5 bonuses that we went over, plus the coaching and support bonus for the entire time you're doing the program and beyond, the total value is $7,400. But your price right now is just 3 payments of $197 or 1 single payment of $497. Trust me when I tell you that the price is $497, but the value you're getting is literally 10 or 20 times that amount. My goal is to over-deliver so much that you are literally blown away that you could get access to such powerful, life-changing information for so little money. Just think about it. Do you really want to continue living half the life you're capable of for the next several decades because of chronic low energy levels? Isn't a life filled with energy worth a little investment? What could be worth more than living a high energy life? So here's what to do next. Click the buy button below this video and choose your payment plan. Then you'll immediately receive an email with your login, username, and password so that you can get instant access to the Energy Blueprint system and start today. Then every week from here on out, over the next 8 weeks, you'll get a new module to take your energy to a new level, and my team and I will guide you step by step through the whole process to ensure that you achieve the results you want. And you'll have access to our private members-only Facebook group where you can get answers from me and my team of Energy Blueprint coaches to help you get everything dialed in. These methods are 100% backed by science and are proven to work. And I'm going to show you the science every step of the way. Plus, if somehow you're so unlike everyone else who's been helped by these methods and somehow they don't massively improve your energy, then all you have to do is send me an email asking for your money back. This is a 100% can't lose guarantee with zero risk. The only thing that you can possibly lose here is that unrelenting chronic lack of energy. Now let me just show you what people who go through this program tell us. This is Marianne Simpson, and she said, "Today I did my first full yoga class and enjoyed every minute of it. I drove there and back myself. When I started the Energy Blueprint program in October, I was only trying 5 minutes of yoga, and then after just 5 minutes, I was too tired to even drive. Now I still have a way to go, but after 2.5 years of despair, debilitating fatigue, and doctors saying I just had to accept that I was tired, I'm celebrating." Here's another one from John. He said, "Your program has literally been a lifesaver. I have, as the program promised, at least tripled my energy levels, as well as my positive outlook on life. It has reduced my stress, anxiety, and negative thinking, and I've researched different methods to achieve this in the last 10 years. Nothing has even come close to the results I got from following the Energy Blueprint program. My partner still can't believe how much I've changed in such a short amount of time, and it feels as if our relationship is a lot stronger and better now as a result of a more energetic and happier me. I could write 10 more pages about all the great effects I've noticed, like hair regrowth, faster recovery from workouts, better stamina, less sick days, improved sex hormones, etc., but I digress." And this is my favorite part. He said, "Among my friends and family, I've kind of become an Energy Blueprint coach, helping them to a more energetic life." Here's one from Christine. She said, "I can honestly say this program is worth every penny you spend. I now sleep through the night with only an occasional awakening, and this is compared to waking up 3 or 4 times during the night previously." Here's another one from a personal trainer, Oliver Selway. "As a personal trainer with almost 10 years of experience and someone who has always had their eye on the ball as far as health is concerned, I was pretty sure this would be the same old stuff I was used to reading and repeating on a daily basis." And then he said, "Wow, I'm pleased that I did. This extensive and densely packed program is like no other. Rather than repeating tired, unexamined cliches like get more sleep, drink plenty of water, take your antioxidants, I was presented with a positive wealth of cutting-edge tools for improving my health and energy levels. This is the only program I know where the advice comes straight from the scientific papers, you know, the ones that you and I don't bother to read. Ari appears to have spent years trawling through the scientific literature, and from this has single-handedly painted a new paradigm for health, longevity, and supercharged energy levels. Dispelling much of the nonsense that is repeated everywhere and introducing razor-sharp protocols that no one else is practicing, he layers multiple lifestyle tweaks together in a way that is both practical and fun to learn." Here's one from Geraldine. She said, "Only up to module 2, and the depth and wealth of information has really impressed me. He's right, there really isn't anything like it on the market. I'm so happy I made the decision to take part in this program." Here's another one from Sandra. She said, 10 weeks into the Energy Blueprint program, I'm working through my days full of energy and focus. I jump right into dinner prep when I get home. I no longer have pain in my joints and muscles. My weight loss has accelerated. And when friends tell me I look great, I say, thanks, I feel awesome." I love that part. Cindy said, and I absolutely love this one. She's one of the oldest people that we've had go through the program. She's 81 years young, in her words. I love that. And she said, "I've worked for years with specialists to find the causes and reliable therapies for fatigue, headaches, and brain fog. Ari Whitten's program introduced me to a whole new world of circadian rhythm, mitochondria, hormesis, and unique supplements and red light therapy, near-infrared light therapy. Over the last 1.5 years, I've adopted many of Ari's life-enhancing protocols and tools, and I'm happy to say that my energy has risen from 30% to 70%. The daily headaches are gone 90% of the time, and my brain fog is 50% better. I've reduced the inflammation and pain in my arthritic knee to where I can hike again, and tomorrow I'm restarting Pilates after an 8-year hiatus." Absolutely love this. This is what's achievable even for someone in their 80s. It's not too late. It's still possible to make huge improvements. Here's another one from Natalie. She said her energy levels have went up from 20% to 50 to 60%, more than double. Another one from Barbara. She said she's an elementary school teacher, and after school, she used to go straight to the couch until bedtime. Now, after implementing the strategies in the Energy Blueprint program, she said, "I'm active until I make myself slow down before bedtime. I've gained an extra 3 hours each day." Here's one from Cindy. She said, "Your program has kickstarted my life." Here's another one from Diana Keene. She said, "The Energy Blueprint has given me my life back." And there's so many more that I could show you here. Now remember, in the first video, I talked about how people are either interested or they're committed. People who are just interested love to sit and listen and learn, but they rarely ever do anything and often look for any excuse not to move forward. But some of you are committed. You're not sure how this is going to work for you, but you see how it's worked for so many others, and you have faith that it will work for you as well. What I've found is that it's the people who are committed who get ahead in life, while the people who are just interested, the dabblers, don't ever really seem to progress. When you're ready to change your life, this is what you need to start doing. First, click the button below this video, fill out your details, and then choose whether you want the 1 payment option or the 3 payment option. You'll receive an email with your login information to the Energy Blueprint program and an invitation to join the members group, and then you're in. You're a member, and you're gonna spend the next 8 weeks of your life with me and my team of coaches, rewiring your body and brain and mitochondria into high energy mode. Once you've been through this training and have everything set up, you can say goodbye to the stress and pain of fatigue and constantly feeling like you're watching your life go by without you. You'll be equipped with a formula, the blueprint for amazing energy levels for the rest of your life. Now think about what your life and energy will look like if you don't take action on this opportunity. What's your energy going to be like? Your mood, your body, your health, your relationships. If you don't take action, things are going to stay the same or most likely get worse. So if you want to say goodbye to fatigue forever, supercharge your body and brain, bring your best self into your relationships, sleep deeper than you have since you were a kid, rid yourself of depression and anxiety, and start feeling happy again. Wake up every morning ready to conquer the world, bring more passion into everything you do in life, double or triple your energy levels, and go from dragging yourself through each day to a high energy body, all in just 60 days. Then click the button below and get started right now. It's an incredible program, and it's made just for you to massively increase your energy levels. So 3 easy payments of $197, or save an additional $94 by making 1 payment of $497. But you must order right now because the class is capped, and once our limit is reached, registration will shut down. Here's why the class is capped. I can only accept a limited number of people into this program, and I'm not trying to manufacture scarcity by saying that, it's just the reality. Because my team of Energy Blueprint coaches and I are in the Facebook group answering your questions, I have to make sure that we actually have enough time and enough bandwidth to coach and guide every person who signs up for this program. So in order to do that, I have to limit the number of spots that are actually available here. Once the class sells out, which it will, because we've sold out on all of our previous launches, that's it. I can't accept any more members into the program. We've released the Energy Blueprint program 3 times before, and every time it has sold out. And we've had people emailing us to get into the program after we've shut down registration, and we have to turn people away. That's just the reality. It will sell out again this time for sure. So depending on when you're watching this, it could sell out within a couple days or the next few hours. Again, you're 100% protected by an amazing guarantee. If you don't massively increase your energy levels and love the program, you get your money back. If you have struggles with your energy levels, my goal is to help you, and I'm doing everything in my power to do that. I want to end with one last thought. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The world belongs to the energetic." What do you think he meant by this? I'll tell you. He was getting at this fundamental truth. Energy is the physical vitality and drive that allows you to create the life you want, to do the things you want to do, and to be the person that you are meant to be. Here's the blunt reality. It's possible to go through life with one of 2 kinds of bodies. The first kind of body is the exhausted body. And this is the majority of people out there, people suffering from chronic lack of energy, relying on caffeine or energy drinks to get through the day, waking up groggy, pressing the snooze button, not able to get going without their morning coffee, needing to snack throughout the day to keep their energy levels up, not being able to fully be present for those they love. Tired, overworked, depressed, anxious, stressed, exhausted, burnt out, constantly struggling to get through the day and watching life go by without being fully in it. Then there's the other choice, the high energy body. These are the people who just seem to be bursting with energy and vitality. They're the ones that always seem happy, ready to take on a challenge, climb to the top of the mountain, and get it done with a smile. They're the Energizer bunnies who seem to accomplish more in the first few hours of the day than most of us complete in a week. We say things to them like, "Where do you get all your energy? And I don't know how you do everything that you do." People with this kind of energy fully bring their passion into the world and live each day to the fullest. They're the ones who get home from a long day at work and look at their kids or their partner with a twinkle in their eyes and a playful smirk, ready to laugh, to love, and to play. They're the people who light up the people around them and make them happy and excited just by their presence. We all know people like that, right? Now, this is the place you want to be operating from in your life, right? When you're operating from this place, everything in your life gets better. In this place, you're actually living life instead of the other way around. You feel powerful and in control of your emotions and your destiny. You're filled with passion and aliveness. And when someone is operating at this level, you can literally see it in their eyes. You can look at them and know that they're full of vitality and life. Now, this might seem so far from where you are right now. It might sound like you could never achieve it. But believe me, not only is this possible, I believe it's the birthright of everyone on this planet. When you activate the right physiological systems using the right strategies, you can rewire your brain and body and move out of fatigue mode and into high energy mode. And when you do that, you can transform your life. That is what I'm here to show you. And I've dedicated my entire life to helping people achieve this. So I have a question for you. Do you want to be like everybody else, dragging yourself through the day? Or do you want to create the best possible version of you, waking up ready to conquer the world, feeling healthy, happy, and bursting with vitality and vibrance, excited to infuse your deepest passion into your work, your life, and your relationships? You can go through life while living in an exhausted body or a high energy body. So which do you choose? In order to make your decision, you need to know this. Energy is the foundation of your happiness and your success in life. It's what powers everything you're here to do. Remember, we talked about research that has shown that the people who have the happiest and most successful lives, one of the 6 core habits that characterizes those people is a deep commitment to doing the things that cultivate their physical energy levels every single day. This is not a coincidence that it's one of those 6 core habits. It's because energy is literally the foundation of your ability to build a happy and successful life. That's why I want you to make cultivating a high energy body a major priority in your life. Because your happiness, your success, your ability to show up as your best self in life literally depends on that more than anything else. My mission, my purpose, is to show you exactly how to make that happen. So you've watched this entire presentation, you want to get your energy back, and you know that this is an amazing value. Take advantage of this opportunity, the incredible bonuses, and the can't lose guarantee now. A life filled with energy is waiting for you. Click the buy button below and let's get started.